What's good? How you guys doing out there? Ramon Carter with Gut Check, and today I want to tell you, consider not. Consider not. Oh, what does that mean? What does that mean, Ramon? Well, I'm glad you asked, viewer. Listen, you know, on Gut Check, we always talk about one of the main things in every pillar is having the mastermind. And the mastermind is defined as having the ability to think contrary internally, right, as it has to do with external adverse circumstances, right? So you're calling yourself an in-demand entrepreneur when you just got a pink slip from work. You're calling yourself a world-class baker and you just got rejected from 2 baking schools, right? The mastermind says that it doesn't matter what's happening outside of me. I control what's inside of me, because if I can control my thoughts, then I can control my outcomes, because your life will always flow in the direction of your most dominant thinking, right? Your thoughts will control your choices and your actions, right? Your actions then and choices will control your results. Your results will then be who you are. And so that is why we always talk about think first internally, right? Like, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And that wasn't just said by Jesus Christ. That was said by, Buddha. That was said by Muhammad. All the major religions at some point have a saying about how a man thinks about himself, how a man believes himself to be in his heart is who that man ends up showing up as to the world as. And so that's no different here. And so when I say consider not, it's just another way to drive this point home about having the mastermind. And specifically, it's going to be, are you controlled by insight or are you controlled by outsight? My mentor talked about this a few days ago. He said that outsight has to do with the things that happen to you. Outsight has to do with the things that, sometimes the negative you says to yourself. Outsight is that thing that tells you, okay, listen, we're going to, buy this house and move to a great school district. And then the negative you says, well, how can you do that? You only make $40,000 a year. Well, that's the outsight talking you out of what the visionary inside of you sees and wants. And so you have to live a life that is controlled by insight. You have to live a life that is controlled by, okay, what is the vision and what is the desire of my heart? What is it that I dream of? What is it that I wish to possess? Because remember, anything that you see, anything that you desire, then it's for you to have, because desire is nothing more than manifestation, right? Of God, the creator of the universe, infinite intelligence, whatever you want to say, has placed a desire within you. And that desire is simply manifestation seeking creation through you. It needs to be in the earth. It needs to exist. It needs to happen. And the only way that it's going to happen is through you. And so then you have the desire, right? Nobody can bake these cookies like you. And these cookies need to be in the earth. These cookies need to be out here. And so desire says, I want to be a baker. I want to specifically bake these cookies. I have an idea about how I can make these cookies. And so that idea, that desire is seeking manifestation into the earth through you. That's why you have the desire. And so insight, you live by that. Insight, you're a legend, a hero, and a genius. Insight, there's greatness on the inside of you. Insight is there's abundance all around you. Insight is we're not worried about lack. We're just always worried about growth and development. Insight is we have the power to do the work. And when you live according to insight, you live according to that timbre of your heart, that beat of your desire, right? That vision of your dream. And nothing can be restrained a person who fully believes, because a person who fully believes is fully committed. A person who's fully committed will do whatever it takes to see it come to pass. And a person who is willing to do whatever it takes to see it come to pass will ultimately hold the prize in their hand. But you can't live by outsight. You can't live by the fact that you just got laid off. You can't live by the fact that you just got rejected or turned down from 2 baking schools. You can't live by the fact that you only make $45,000 a year and the houses in that neighborhood go for $450,000 a year. You can't live by that. You have to live by the desire of your heart. And when I say you have to live by that, you have to believe that. You have to use your conscious mind to seed your subconscious mind that is true. The subconscious mind is the birthplace for all the things that we do, all the things that we achieve, right? But But the rub is our conscious mind seeds it, and it will accept any seed that you plant in it. Whether you plant poison in it or whether you plant a fruitful abundance in it, it will return it to you, whatever you plant in it. It doesn't care what you plant in it. If you're a negative person and you plant negativity into your subconscious mind, then what will happen is you'll see negative things happen in your life. If you're a person who can always think positively, who can always think about they don't lose, they learn, who can always win, who always shows up, who no matter how many times they get knocked down, they get up. If you're a person who sees your subconscious that triumphant thing, then you'll always be triumphant in your life. And so the question I'm telling you is not even a question, is consider not. Consider not what you don't have. Consider not what seems impossible. Consider not what's coming against you. Consider not what things look like when they don't line up with the things that you desire in your heart. Facts are only facts until they're not facts, right? It's only a fact that you got a pink slip until you get another job. It's only a fact that you can't afford the house until you buy the house. It's only a fact that you can't become the baker until you get accepted into the third school and you become the baker, right? So facts are meant to be changed. Facts are meant to be shifted. Facts are meant to be rendered irrelevant when you keep pushing forward. But you got to live internally and not externally, and you have to consider not those things that want to weaken your resolve. Listen, thanks for this time that you guys have given me. As always, I'll leave you with these 3 thoughts. Think abundance, focus on growth, create, never compete. Thanks, and God bless.